Hello, my loves, and welcome back to what will probably be the final part of Sonic Origins, maybe? Maybe. We're very near the end now of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is actually... Well, no, of course not. Of course not. We've got to do it with Knuckles, haven't we? So no, it won't be the last episode. Welcome to the Hidden Palace Zone. This was meant to be in Sonic 2. It was meant to be a zone in Sonic 2. And it was mythic for the longest time because it was mentioned a couple of times in magazines and whatnot, but never transpired. So here it is, Sonic 2. Or rather, the Hidden Palace Zone. I like the fact that it actually wasn't in Sonic 2. It makes more sense narratively for it to be on the floating island. There's the Death Egg in the background, by the way. Almost ready to take off. I don't know what this is. Is this like a different way in? Oh, this is the way that Knuckles comes in during his playthrough, which is why it's necessary, by the way, to play as Knuckles as well. Okay, this is interesting. We get to fight Knuckles as a boss. How cool is this? And look in the background. You see that mural? That foretelling everything that happens? How cool is that? He's actually really easy. Especially if you've got all the emeralds. He's so easy. There we go. He's done. Uh-oh. And now he's about to realize the truth. Here's the Emerald Chamber. And look, Robotnik's nicking off with the Master Emerald. Uh-oh. Ow! That looks really painful. Ow! Bloody hell. Mind you, he's quite tough, is Knuckles. He's quite tough. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. So he's realised his mistake now, and he's our pal, which is cool. He's a little bit more hurt, though, than he's willing to let on. Sky Sanctuary. This floats above the floating island. And look, the Death Egg has launched. So that's Robotnik's ultimate weapon. Giant space satellite that can fire a death ray. It's the Death Star. It's his version of the Death Star. Okay, so we'll leave Knuckles there for now, and we'll go and stop Robotnik. Oh fuck. Well, maybe we'll go and stop Robotnik if we can, you know, actually play worth a damn. Oh, Knuckles is gone. That's cool. Music, by the way. How ace is the music here? Look at these guys! Egg Robos! They are Badnik versions of Robotnik. How cool is that? And they are everywhere here. He's got basically an army of the bastard things. There's a lot of them. Again, I love the notion that this is kind of what remains of Knuckles' civilization, the echidnas. There's a lot of stuff in this game that's really unusual. Like, narratively... Oh, it's Metal Sonic! And, bizarrely, he's got one of Robotnik's old toys. How unusual. This is a nice little detail. You get to fight him 3 times in this zone, and in each form, he's got one of Robotnik's weapons from one of the previous games. So that was from Sonic 1, the Green Hill Zone, obviously. And then you get to fight him as he is, and that's, believe me, that's much tougher. Okay, let's go up. You want to be always heading up in this zone if you can help it. It is possible to fall off, so you've got to be quite careful in that regard. Whoa. Oh, the music is so good in this zone. Aha, this is what we want. Oh no, this is the way we came in, isn't it? Whoa, fuck. Hang on. Oh, a water shield. That's interesting. Now, where are we going? Not entirely sure. Up, obviously, but which way up? Ah! That way up. Cool. I want a fire shield as well. I'll have the fire shield, actually. That's quite good in this zone. Just want to be careful that you don't fling yourself off the edge with it. Meow. Okay, here's the next fight. And it's Robotnik's thing from the Metropolis zone. Thing with the balloons. Much easier, though, because we've got the shield in this one. And the little balloons are hilarious, aren't they? Bye! Oh, he nearly killed me then. The next one is going to be Metal Sonic himself. Although with Sonic, you don't get to fight him at his full power. He's actually the big boss from Knuckles scenario. You get to fight him again as Knuckles, and if you do, you get to fight him like at full power, which is really cool. Yep, I'll have that. Whoa! Yes, we want to get up there. Wait for the island to come up. There we go. Whoa! Whoa! This is an amazing zone. It really is cool. It's got such great feeling about it, as a lot, you know, all of the latter zones from Sonic and Knuckles do. It really feels like, you know, they were kind of trying to tell a story with this one. Look at this guy chasing the animals out. And, like, narrative wasn't really something that you saw much in these kinds of, like, platform action games. But they've packed a lot into this one, and it's relatively subtly told as well. It's good. Uh-oh, there he is! Okay. Metal Sonic. He's quite tough, and he's bigger, have you noticed? He's like bigger and beefier now. This is actually my favourite design of Metal Sonic. He's much more sort of industrial looking. Love him. But as I say, this isn't him at his full power, not by any stretch. Knuckles gets to fight that. There he goes. He's not dead, though. Have you noticed he doesn't blow up completely? He's far from completely dead yet. Oh, this is brilliant. And there's the Death Egg! And yeah, in this game, the Death Egg is a full zone. Unlike in Sonic 2, where it's just the little bit at the end. It's a full zone in this one. We get to explore the whole thing. Which is kind of cool, right? Again. Fucking music, right? I mean, as the final zones go in the 2D Sonic games, this is by far the best. It's by far the best. It's really interesting. There are loads of different mechanisms and things going on here, loads of different routes, things to learn. And it's also pretty deadly to boot. It's a good final level, this one. Although, because we have all of the emeralds, it is not going to be the final zone for us. Normally it would be. But because we've got the emeralds, there's going to be an extra final zone. Which is really cool, right? There's really a point to getting the Chaos Emeralds in this game. You only get to see the full ending of the game if you get all of the emeralds, including the Super Emeralds. Oh, gotta watch out for those charged floors. If you've got the electric shield, the lightning shield, they don't hurt you. I love these. I love these. And again, look at the background. How ace is that background? You get the impression that that central spine goes right the way through the Death Egg, right? It's so cool. They really threw everything at this one. You know, to make it like the best final act in arguably any of the, certainly the 2D Sonic games. I love this. Now we have to ride this all the way down because we need to ride it over the electrified floor. It's stuff like this that's so cool. There is so much going on in this for it being a final act, you know? And it's everything you could want from, like, the inside of the Death Egg. Kids have been sort of like dreaming of this since the end of Sonic 2, you know, how much more of the Death Egg is there? Well, now you know, there's a lot more of it. You see what we've got to do? We've got to turn all the lights red, basically. Not that difficult. There we go, now we can get out. Easy peasy. Oh, it's another one. In the next zone, the next act, rather, we'll be going outside the Death Egg. We'll actually be going on the the outer area of the Death Egg, which is really cool. Oh god, I just love the music. It's so sort of industrial and mechanized. They pulled out all the stops for this one. It really does feel quite sort of monumental, you know? It did to us, anyway, when we were kids. Ah! Boss time! Recognize him? He was in Sonic Mania, this guy. In fact, the one in Sonic Mania is a much harder version of him as well. He was on the lift at the end of one of the zones. The one where we were climbing the big Robotnik statue, if you remember. Uh-oh. Out he comes. I like to think of him as sort of like the central defense computer of the Death Egg or something like that. He's kind of cool. He's not that tough though. He's definitely the toughest of the mini-bosses, but he's not that bad. There we go. And now we cause some catastrophic damage. There we go. And now we get sucked up. And now we're outside. We're on the outer skin of the Death Egg. And below, there's Mobius. Or at least that's what we knew it as kids. And look, the gravity inverts out here. How cool is that? I want that lightning shield. Ah, you fucker. No, it's not going to let me have it. No. Okay, I'm going to go right. I can't remember the difference between the paths. Each of the paths you choose there is different. I just can't remember what the difference is. So, it's been a long time, guys. I mean, the last time I did this, I was a kid. Oh, hello. I will have that. It was a long time ago. But it's amazing how much you do remember. That muscle memory really is there. Ow. Okay. Hey! Ow! So many spikes! As you'd expect. Whoa, hang on. Need to be very careful here. You can fall to your death if you're not careful. Which we don't want. Yeah, those guys have the stupidest name of any badnik ever. They're called Spike Bonkers. Not even kidding, that's what they're called. Oh, this is tricky. You've got to do it upside down. Really, really tricky, this. There we go. I love this. Watch it. Ah. There's just so many clever little mechanisms going on here. It's brilliant. They're also very well designed zones, actually. The map is very good. It's complex without being irritating. which is something that the earlier Sonic games, when they were still kind of experimental, suffered with a bit. You know, if you look at the map of, say, the Labyrinth Zone, for example, in Sonic 1, it's a nightmare. Or the Metropolis Zone in Sonic 2. It's good, but it's also kind of problematic. Whoop, there we go. That's a place where you can fall to your death, by the way. Whoop. Now, I would like enough rings to become hypersonic for the final boss, because it is kind of tricky. Look at this, it's so cool. Hey, that's cool. In fact, the penultimate boss to this one is one of the trickiest. You'll see what I mean. It's an odd boss. Very unusual. Okay. Gotta watch out for those missiles as well. They travel a hell of a long way. Now where are we going? This is a big one. Oh, yes. Lightning shield. If I can keep that, I'll be very happy. Whoop. Uh-oh. This might make it tricky, though. Go away. I like the noise they make, actually. I mean, as silly as the spike bonkers are, they're really inventive badniks. Like I said, all of them kind of are. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. For the simple reason we can get tons of rings here. Not like that, though. That sucked. Or you can lose them all. There we go, that's good. I'd like 200. That would suffice. That would put me in a very safe space for the final boss. Wow, that sucked. I mean, there was a trick in Sonic 2 you could do. Oh no, it's going to take all my ring. Oh no, it's not. Cool. In Sonic 2, if you pressed C and held it on the Mega Drive controller, after the first bar had come down, you would get the same for all the others. Okay? This is kind of odd, this one. You can't hurt this boss. What you need to do, let it drop like that, and then you need to do this. That. It's really weird. That's not going to work. So you need to hit it on the base. No. That didn't work. It's vulnerable on its base, but nowhere else. Like that. That's what you need to do. Oh, you bastard. You got rid of my shield. It's kind of inventive in its own peculiar way. It's very odd. I kind of like it, though. It took me a while to figure it out. It's hard to figure out, like, what you need to do with it. Oh, he's not moving, god damn it. Oh well, we still got it. There we go. I thought we were going to lose our rings there. Still might. I like the noise it makes. It's got a kind of UFO thing going on, which I kind of like. I mean, Robotnik's got a real motif, doesn't he, with his inventions? They all look like him, or Sonic, you know, it's one or the other. I think this one takes... Does this one take 8 hits or 12? Oh, there we go, 8. Bye! Okay, this is the fight. Well, it's not the final boss. It would be the final boss. Oh my god, look at the size of it. It would be the final boss if we hadn't got all of the emeralds. It's big, this thing. Like, really big. Here it comes. It can't hurt us, though. So, look at that. How cool is that? And the music, right? We've got to destroy the fingers first. Which is not that hard. Even if you're doing it normally, it's not that hard. It's bigger than the other big Robotnik, I can tell you that. This is huge by comparison. I love the eyes. The eyes are fantastic. Oh, the music. This is the most epic of Robotnik's tunes, like in any of the games. It's so good. Right, now it's going to chase us while the platform is collapsing. What you need to do, hit it on the nose, and that will open the emerald chamber. Then you hit it in the emerald chamber. Meanwhile, it's going to be snorting fire at you. It's quite tricky, this. I mean, we're invulnerable, so it's actually not that hard. You've got to be careful Tails doesn't hit it either, because if Tails hits it, you fall through it. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is fun. Robotnik's not done yet. He's going to try and get away with that bloody emerald. So you've got to take him down. You've got to stop him. While the whole death egg is collapsing. Oh, fuck, no! Oh, shit, that's not good. We've got to do the whole thing again now. Without any rings. Yeah, not kidding. You have to do this without rings if you die. But it's actually not that hard. Come on. It's just gonna... He says, this is gonna take a while. Okay, come on. Oh well. I suppose it's only fair that we do it properly, right? This is how you do it. Fuck. Tails really helps here, because he'll give you sort of like double hits. There we go, 2 of the fingers in one. I like the way they track, actually. That's kind of cool. You just got to be quite quick. There we go. Got to time it correctly. If you look, they raise a little bit before they strike, and that's when you jump. Like that, see? The robot itself isn't the thing. There are points on it that are sort of like the real boss. Like the fingers here. Believe me, it's going to be this bit. This is going to be tough. Without being supersonic, this is going to be hard. Okay, so let him snort fire. Jump over the fire. Hit him in the nose. Hit him. Duck. No, you have to jump, don't you? Fuck! Ah, you have to jump there, not duck. You fool. Of the final bosses, this is, I would say, the most interesting. It's the most various. It's the toughest, but without being sort of unfair, you know? Oh yes, lovely damage there. Go. There we go. Just this hand to go. Cool, he's getting there. Oh, I keep getting distracted by the face, because it's actually quite scary, isn't it? Don't you find? It's oddly scary. It looks great from this angle. Oh, it got me again! Bloody hell! Wow! I am out of practice on this one, clearly. Remember Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, I defeated the final boss, like, immediately, without dying once? Not this one. This thing must be causing damage to the Death Egg, considering how, like, massive it is, surely. Whoa! Gotcha. And this isn't the only one he's got either. Robotnik has planned for lots of contingencies in this game. That's the fun thing about him as a villain. He's never really defeated, you know? Oh, but, oh, that was close. That was really close. I nearly fucked that, I can tell you. Okay, I've got to get the timing right on this emerald beam. I really do. Okay, so, boom, smack, jump. There you go. That's how you do it. Okay, now if I can do that enough times. There we go. There we go. In the silent bit, just before it fires, that's when you do it. Boom! There we go. It's tough. Oh, Tails nearly fucked me then. Really, you see when he hit and I fell through the robot? That's what you need to be really, there we go. That's what you need to be really careful of. Okay, now, this is really tough. This is maybe the hardest part of the fight. You've got to get enough distance between you and the falling part, then hit him. Because it slows you down every time. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! There we go, okay. But it's not over. It would be if we hadn't got all the Super Emeralds. We've got an extra zone, the Doomsday Zone. Now, what we need to do here is collect enough rings. That's the trick here. You need to collect as many rings as you can in order to face the final boss. Because they count down, obviously. Because we're now hypersonic. And he's going to be trying to stop us getting them. Yeah, it's quite tough, this. It's quite tricky. Okay. We're basically following him through an asteroid belt around Mobius. He's still got that emerald. And this is a tricky boss too. You can't hit him directly. Here we are. This is really interesting. You can't hit this one directly. What he'll do that, and you need to lead the missiles around to hit him in the head like that. It's really quite tricky. Come on. There we go. This is his escape craft. It's really cool, isn't it? And you've got to do this within the time limit, i.e. with the here we go, there we are. Okay, but it's not done yet. Because that's not its only form, unfortunately. Look, he's got another mini Robotnik ship. I mean, that's cool, right? You've got to admire him, right? He has planned for every contingency in this game. I love it. And in this one, you've got to, like, you've got to catch up with him by flying really fast. There he is. There we go. Every time you hit him, though, it flings you back, so you've got to be really careful. Gosh, you swine. And every time he's putting out those mines as well. There we go. That's it. That's it. And down he goes. That's the proper ending. Oh. Very cool. This music is different. Again, is this one of the soundtracks that had copyright problems? Apparently so. And there's the floating island. And of course, with the Master Emerald restored, it can fly again. How cool is that? Ah, I used to love that when I was a kid. Ah, that's the proper music. There we go. And there's Knuckles. Ah, brilliant. That was so much fun. Classic remix, of course. Oh, I haven't seen this ending for years and years and years. It does bring back memories, though. I remember once my friend and I, when we were very young and didn't have anything better to do with our lives, we sat and did this whole thing of like a Sunday, you know, before we went back to school. We did the entirety of Sonic 3 and Knuckles in one go. All of the Chaos Emeralds, all of the Super Emeralds. It was an endeavour, I can tell you. It was great fun. The ending is quite different if you don't get all of the Chaos Emeralds or the Super Emeralds. For one thing, I don't think the floating island takes off. You also get a very, very, very cool segment where you see Metal Sonic rising from the rubble. He's still alive. Such a cool game, right? Such a brilliant game. They did a great job with this. For me, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles is probably the best of them. Because you were getting so much bang for your buck. Being able to play as Sonic and Knuckles and Tails in 3 relatively different scenarios is brilliant. I mean, very unusual for not only a Sonic game, but for platformers of that era. They were normally much more simple than that. The whole thing just reeks of quality, you know. They really wanted to do something quite special with this game, and they managed it. Ah, classic Sonic theme. Which I don't think appears in the games anymore, sadly. Hey, wonderful. Look at that. That's the screen you would get if you finished it with everything. And if I remember correctly, there was no way of getting out of this screen without turning off your Mega Drive, which is bizarre. Oh, of course, there's a new ending. Brilliant. Oh, it's a flicky. Excellent. That was so much fun. You can watch the special Sonic Origins ending in the museum. Oh, okay. So, how do we do this? Movies. Sonic Origins ending. Okay, let's have a look. Let's make it full screen. There we go. Oh, that's very cool. Excellent. That was great fun. And I'd assume that's it. Okay, brilliant stuff. Okay, my loves. When we come back, I'll probably take a break for a little bit now. Oh my god, there's all the Sonic Mania stuff on here too. That's cute. Oh, that's very, very cool indeed. When we come back, I'll probably do Knuckles scenario in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but that maybe for a little bit. Yeah, I'll take a little break now from this. Until then, bye-bye.